Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. This is war number 9. This is we're 3/4 of the way done. We're entering the last quarter of war. I can't believe it. My first season's gonna be over soon. But this is war 9, and we had a couple more unique people on these paths. Not quite sure why, but everyone just keeps putting whack people on this first node. They put a sentinel there, probably so people can't sinister it. So I had the bright idea of bringing my rank 5 ascended Magneto. He kind of shuts down Sentinel somewhat, and he can launch big special attacks, and he reduces the ability accuracy of robots by I think it's 60% or so. So the Petrify is not gonna go every time. He threw 2 SP1s there, and he only got 1 Petrify instead of 6, which is nice. So Magneto's working like he's supposed to. My strategy here was just to, parry heavy until I'm up to 3 bars of power, and then just hold heavy, get my big prowesses charged up, and then we go in. He won't bleed, but he should take, around 30% damage or so. Right here, he got all 3 petrifies, but he didn't get the reverse controls, so I got lucky on that. And he didn't get any petrifies here, which is really good. So, we just keep playing like we normally do. I'm just gonna take a little bit of damage there. He got 1 petrify there, but now I'm healing some of it back. And I think here is when I parry, hold, and then I'm going to do 1 more parry, and then I'm going to hold again. I think I should have launched the relic before this because it probably would have given me more damage, and I probably should have hit him as well to get that little bit of burst damage and damage off the heavy attack, but it's alright. So we go in, I think we do about 30% or so. I didn't see the number of what I started at, but pretty solid damage amount, down to 49% after that special one. Now here, unfortunately, he did get all 3 debuffs on me, and then he also reverse controlled me, which is really unfortunate. And it's almost like after that special, everything started going downhill. He started putting all kinds of debuffs on me. I couldn't go back to normal controls. I was getting really unlucky here, and it's weird because he's below 50% health, which means I feel like it would be a little easier for me to get more ability accuracy reduction on him. But I'm not earning assassin at the moment. Plus, that only works at 18%. And the only thing that happens at 50% for most champs is courage. So I kind of just got, not screwed, but kind of screwed basically. Just trying to bait out his specials. I'm not reverse controlled at the moment, but I think this next special he throws does reverse control me. So I'm thinking I'm not going to get reverse controlled, so I kind of just sit there and take it. So we charge up to heavy. We're going to do 1 more charge up after this. I think I meant to block that, but then I got hit by it. So 41, starting at 29%. Boom, 22%, and all the way down to 11. So he went down 18% on that special 3. With all that debuffs, he's probably running inequity. So that's probably why I didn't do so much damage. He also resisted my heavy attack there, which really stinks. Trying to get him to throw this SP1, he just didn't throw it. And for some reason he threw the special 2, and he clipped me, because I wasn't expecting it, and I die. So that's already not good. But we revive, and we go back in, or we don't even revive, I think we go back in, we go back in with Okoye for that last 11%. He's not going to gain his armor ups. Okoye's going to do more than likely enough shock damage, and the deep wounds right there was doing a lot of burst damage, which is really nice. So yeah, we finished that fight, only 1 death so far. Now this fight, I was planning on using Moondragon for as well. And the beginning of this fight is like really, really, really glitchy. I don't know why. It just must have been the recording just kind of bugged out. So I missed my intercept off the start. I remember that. Okay, I guess I didn't. I guess I was thinking of a different fight. But I get my intercept in, but then he must have comboed me or something. I don't remember that. So, but this fight was really weird because I was really struggling with his SP2, and he had that cosmic passive, so he was doing just ridiculous amounts of damage. We get a nice little intercept here, and I go for the SP3. That critical incinerate's probably gonna do a lot of damage. and I'm just kind of hoping to pause my Transcendence until I can get back up to an SP2, build up some more energy vulnerabilities, and then rip it. But I gotta say, this is probably the most unlucky I've been with like intercepting with Moondragon ever. Like, so he throws this, fully decks it there. I just try to get some block hits in, build up my energy vulnerabilities, and I 2 hits, dash back, doesn't go after me. Couple hits in the block, dash back, doesn't go after me. Missed my, he dashed back or backdraft, intercepted me there. Go back, he just sits block. Now I'm kind of just trying to bait out the SP1. It's not going to do anything to me. And I probably should have baited out another SP1 here because she would have taken reduced damage from it with the degen. But I was just trying to play in intercepts, and he just was not. He was not letting it happen. Like, it was really unfortunate. I thought I had enough power there. I was going to launch an SP2 into him. I missed my heavy attack while I was in the phase. This fight was just going horrendously. And I missed another dex. He's got so much attack rating for some reason with one of the cosmic things. It's ridiculous. He took me down to like 5%. I throw my relic, and I've just got a heavy attack. Try to get some willpower back. Or not willpower, adrenaline back. I go for an intercept. I'm just whiffing. He's just standing there looking at me like, what a fucking idiot. And then he just 2-taps me with his lights, and I'm done. I don't understand why that fight went so horribly. His AI was just ridiculously passive and so patient with me, which is so weird. Because look at that. I just did 2 5-hit combos back to back. And then I just go in with another, 3-hit, then back off, intercept, 5-hit combo. Or I think maybe a 4-hit combo. And I'm already at 20 Transcendence. I rip an SP2 here. And 7%. Like, this second part of the fight goes so much better. I fully dex the SP2 after almost getting intercepted by it. Throw a relic. Throw a heavy. I throw that thinking I can bypass it, but I always forget that he's unblockable. Or his block can't be broken during special attacks with unblockable. So now I'm just trying to kill him, and I'm just not doing enough damage. And then we finally kill him. So Moondragon would have worked here. Would have got the solo, but Sinister's AI was just being an absolute dick. So it happens, but you'll get over it. So our next fight is Shuri, not Void, which is really nice. Because I'm really getting sick of Void. But he's such an easy fight also with Okoye, so I really don't mind too much. So, yeah. So this is just another straight up Okoye fight. You kind of just, don't play with your block too much. Otherwise she'll, phase. She's got enough, I'm assuming that's Panther charges. Whatever those are called. I do get 4-hit comboed there. I was trying to intercept her combo, and it just didn't work. So her armor ups are, I want to say they're saving her here, but they're really not, because armor ups don't do anything against the bleed damage. It's just my normal damage is doing like wet noodle ramen stuff on her. So, but we got 33 bleeds up, the ensnare, and we're kind of just going to town on her. Unfortunately, some of those debuffs did expire, but we launched an SP2 here. And 32 bleeds. Looking really nice on Shuri. Get the nice double dex there. And before she can do anything, Shuri's dead because she just bled out. Because Okoye is just ridiculously broken. I don't know why it keeps flashing green. I hope that's not what you guys are seeing, but my screen, the stuff keeps flashing green, so hopefully that's just a bug on my end and not yours. But this is also another dust fight. Nothing different. I mean, Dust has been on this node for pretty much all of War, except for maybe a couple where Null was there. So I've pretty much, in my head, mastered this fight with Moondragon. You just kind of go for intercepts, build your way up to an SP2, and then if you don't kill over that, you build your way up to another one and just kind of go. But again, the AI was being really weird here, and I don't know how or why this happened, but I was just getting absolutely just chopped. It was really annoying. So she throws that, get my dex, go for intercept here. Actually looking really well. But then she just randomly throws that special one while she was blocking. So I got like fucking flustered, and I threw the special into her block. I must be new to Dust apparently because I didn't know she had Steadfast while she was in her Sand mode, unless that's just part of the node, but I think it is. Again, I go for an intercept or just a couple hits into her block. She throws that SP1 and almost, destroys me. Luckily here, I'm able to get a couple intercepts in during the sandstorm. I take very little damage from the power sting. Take her down to 13% with the SP2, and I launch a heavy attack while she's unblockable, and I do 94k. So, if that heavy attack didn't crit, I was kind of screwed. Luckily it crit, and Dust is down. Next up is Maestro on this node. I brought in Magneto specifically for Sentinel, and then I was looking at the mini boss. I'm like, well, I want to make sure I do a mini boss because I don't want my alliance to get upset with me for not doing mini bosses. So I was like, maybe I can do Maestro with this guy. And honestly, it was going very well. It was. 16k crit there. He's at 10% after 3 heavy attacks, or he went down 10%, 3 heavy attacks or so. I was kind of hoping I would have got the block or the parry on that first one right there because that did, however, kind of slow me down a lot. And a little context before this, I was told to just keep watch of the mix, or not the mix master, but the Footloose after he throws specials and stuff. Somehow missed the dex there. He wasn't getting a lot of Footloose, luckily, but he was getting his other buffs, which sucks. I know they can't have their ability actually reduced, but I was just kind of hoping I wouldn't allow him to get close enough to the buffs. And I kind of panicked here because he was the rich get richers here as well, so I was trying to make sure I get my special off. And he threw an SP2. He got the Footloose. He did a lot of damage. I got clipped by it. So now I'm down to like 2%, and I throw this SP2 with like 17 prowess, which gives him 12 bleeds, which is nice. However, I'm charging a heavy, trying to get stuff in. I go to Dexus, and I get hit. So my Jason Ghost Runner, I'm sure you guys have seen him on the channel, he said he would take this fight before I signed up, but I was like talking to people in chat like, you guys think Magneto can take this fight? And I just never signed up because I just thought, okay, they know I'm going to do it. So Jason signed up with Mojo, and I was thinking, well, Jason, can I still try the fight? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. So I tried the fight, didn't go how I planned it to. I think it's because he was tactic, so he got the unblockable after a special attack. Kind of, ruins Magneto's cycle. So Jason finished off with Mojo. So we still got our attack bonus, but just, -1 fight. And then my last mini boss here is Photon. She's I don't know what node it is, but she's a pretty simple fight in my opinion. You just kind of play like she is on node, the same node that Dust is on, except she gets a little bit of power again. Unfortunately there, I did get clipped by that SP2, but I was unblockable. And, she's getting a lot of power now. And I'm not even sure what's happening at the moment. I'm so lost. Okay, so yeah, I launched an SP2 here, thinking I wouldn't push her to an SP3. Unfortunately, I do, and I was like, shit, well, I'm probably going to die. But rank 4 Moondragon is quite a bit tanky, so she really does eat special 3s without that big of an issue. So her special 3 only did, I would say 20% damage, which is good. So here I'm just trying to, weigh out the light form mode because I don't want to get hit, nor do I want to push her to a bar of power and have her be unblockable. Now that my debuffs are gone, though, I'm going in, getting my stuff in. She's back to being unblockable, but I got the power stings up, which are going to make my Transcendence gain a lot faster. I accidentally get clipped here, but I just got to keep dexing these specials and I'll be fine. Do a cheeky little wall intercept, throw the special 2, and Photon is done. So, soloed that fight, and soloed Dust and Shuri, but unfortunately could not solo Sentinel or Sinister or the other one. But these are the stats. We did lose, not by much, only by 8 attack bonuses, which is really unfortunate. Shout out to the MVPs, House of X, Heroic Nonsense, and Tony Christmas. You guys are crushing it. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream. Peace out, y'all.